Again, hello everybody. I've got something exciting to share with you. We're going to go back. We're going to go way back. As you can see at the bottom of my screen there, we're still sitting at, what is that, minus 17 degrees Celsius. So it's still fairly chilly up here. What is that, minus 17 degrees Celsius. So it's still fairly chilly up here. We got into a cold spell, and as most of you know, for those that have seen my post, and for those that didn't see my post, go and check it out. I found a tree peaker at my last Seven Creeks visit, and he was back there in between some poplar trees. I had my cameras on some spruce trees because I thought I seen movement over there, right? I did see the movement. I knew one was back there. I just seen the movement, and you kind of see it on your periphery. So you go there, right? And I overshot a little bit because he was actually screened left, probably 50, 60 feet left of where I had actually focused my camera on. But in the post, I had mentioned the blizzard that blew in here, and it's been cold and snowy for, oh my goodness, about 4 or 5 days now. 4 days, I think. Been a lot of snow removal, oh my goodness, and shoveling snow, and shoveling out trails, and shoveling out feeders in my livestock pens. It's been a lot of work. So all of my trips, my road trips, and my plans to do any squatching kind of went out the window, right? Until this blows itself out. There'll be a shift. We'll be right back out there on a road trip or something. And I've got something to share with you. We're going to go way back. For those that have been here for a while, you know about this. I believe this was 2021, and it was at Seven Creeks on the east side of Seven Creeks where the boulder sits, where I had placed the baby rattle that I made for the little baby Bigfoot, and a lot went on in that year. If you'll remember the baby blinking, I want to go take you back there because I go back to this footage and these videos over and over and over. It's like your subconscious mind is saying, go back. You get this feeling to go back. You missed something, right? And I went back to 2021 to Seven Creeks and went back to the little baby. I should mention that I didn't know what my camera was capturing because I was trying to adjust the legs on my tripod. And I was trying to bring my tripod legs up, right? Because I had them extended. I had my tripod sitting on the ground. So there's a little bit of shakiness in the video clip, but I slowed this right down so that you guys can see the little baby blinking. We'll zoom in on it, but I also want to show you the still images I grabbed from this little bit of footage that I was able to capture. The baby, the mother, and who I believe the father. I think there's 3 there for sure, and I will show you these still images, but we're going to do the video first. I'm kind of excited about this because I wasn't sure. I think I only managed to get one still when I first uploaded the video. I just quickly grabbed one of them, and I figured I could make out the mother with the baby, right? But I'm almost positive there are 4 of the clan. I believe the whole clan was there that day because of the noises, the activity. There was so much activity and so many vocals and so many wood knocks, and this was so important to me when I discovered the little one. I should mention that this is very personal to me, right? All of this is very personal to me because I grew up knowing about Sasquatch. I grew up hearing them. We grew up seeing glimpses of them. All of the experiences on the property, in the yard, and around the farm, right? They've always been in our lives here. It's always been, at some point, a topic of discussion. And there's been many conversations sitting late at night by the campfire, by our fire pit here, talking about Sasquatch. I imagine for many, it's just entertainment, right? I think it's important to be said that this is something very personal, very much a large part of my life. It's not all my life. Of course, there's many pieces that make up who I am. Bigfoot's not the only one. And I feel it important to say this right now because the little baby, they allowed out in the open. That was a huge step for Seven Creeks because it showed me And I believe it was for a reason. It showed me that they trusted me enough to let her out in the front, in the open. Like, a big part of their species is to stay hidden. And it is for protection. It is for the survival of their species. And yet they let their little one come out in the open to see me. This was huge. This was a big deal for me. But to see it, and then to see the baby, and to see her blinking out in the open, it was pretty amazing, right? It almost overwhelmed me emotionally. Yeah, I don't know if there's anybody else capturing and experiencing what I'm experiencing, so, but I want to share this with you. And this stuff I can do, right? I can do this stuff while we're waiting for the weather to change. I've got a lot of footage and a lot of things I haven't even touched yet, and others that I've captured, and they could be short video clips or still images out of some of my videos over the years that I just haven't had a chance to share with you all. And so these are opportune moments when I can't get out and go on my road trips or go squatching or do anything like that. We could do this, right? I do have a lot of stuff, and it's still content, and it's for all of yous. So we will do this, and I'll try to walk you through it. Some of these images are tricky, but I'm going to pull out, we're going to use the filter. We're going to use my favorite filter, my diffuse glow filter. We'll do the video clip first. Pull up the video right now, and I'm gonna point out where you need to, and try not to take your eyes off of this area. I don't know if you can, okay, if you can see my cursor here, we're gonna go over, and this area right here, I'm circling the area. This is where I want you to keep your eyes on. It's gonna be difficult at the very beginning because I jump around. Like I said, I'm trying to pull in the tripod legs on my tripod that my camera's sitting on. I'm gonna start this, and then I'll pause it, and then I'll again show you where I need you guys to pay attention to. And you can see this jumping. I'm pulling in the legs on my tripod. Okay. All right, if you see my cursor here, you can see her now. You can see her two little eyes right here. This is her little head. Just keep watching. And I will zoom in for you, and you can see this. And the mom, she's right here behind the little one. Like I say, I only shared like a couple stills of this when I first posted it way back in 2021. And now going over this frame by frame by frame, and really combing through this, I found some other interesting subjects in those trees. I mean, I imagine anybody that's watching this from a big screen can see this already. But watch her. Just keep watching her. Okay. See, it's a very short piece of footage, but we'll do this again. A lot of people ask, like, why are all the pictures blurry, or how come it's a little bit blurry? How come there's no... Because we're moving around out there, right? We're moving through the trees, and a lot of times you're doing things with your camera, and sometimes like this, I didn't even realize my camera was right on them. We're gonna watch this again. It's zoomed in a little bit. I'll walk you through it. So we're a little bit closer. Right here, this is the area, okay? She's there already, but we've got a bit of blurriness because it's right in the middle of movement, but I'll help you through this. Okay, you can see her a little bit better now. You can see her two little eyes there. They shine quite bright at one point, and you'll see her blink. And her mom, this is her mom's shoulder here, and her head. And I believe from the still images I was able to get, this is part of her nose here. I've got some good images of them together. And this here is very interesting. Okay, here we go. We're closer. We're a little bit closer. All right. I know, crazy, right? Okay, so this is the area we want to watch. Okay, here she is. Here she is. Keep watching there. Okay, we're going to slow this down a little bit more so you can see her eyes blinking. And you're watching where my cursor is, right here. Right here. She blinked right there, but we do zoom in here. She's right here, and her mom's right behind her. And the little one's right here. Here we go again. Okay, you're looking right here. You can see her two eyes are a little bit of her face. Her mom's here. And this is something we need to pay attention to. And I actually found something up in this area too, but I'll pull all those out in the still image. The still images, I believe I got 4 or 5 of them for you. So, okay, so we're watching a little baby here. This is the little baby. You can see her eyes better there now. Right there. Keep watching. Did you see them blink? Let's do that again. Okay. Okay, so we're watching right here. Watch her. Don't take your eyes off it because you'll miss it. You will miss it. Trust me, it's one of those things you cannot take your eyes from her. So we're looking right here. Just keep watching. Did you see her? It gives me goosebumps every time I see it. And it just warms my heart. Okay, we get to see it one more time. I get so excited about this stuff because, again, right? Again, they let her out in the open. If they didn't trust me or want, this was a big step for them to all come and then let the little one come out in the open. And they trust me enough to have the whole group there and bring the little baby out in the open. We get a little bit closer and a little slower here. And again, I'll point her out and don't take your eyes off her or you'll miss her. You'll miss her blinking. It's very important. Wait, did you see that? And they are right there. I swore I just seen one of those big, watch this here. Watch this branch. Does it move? Let's see. It might be me moving the camera. Okay, so, I don't know, that was strange. I didn't see that before. Okay. If I can stop here, okay, we're coming on to it here. See, I'm moving a lot. I'm trying to get the legs in on my, okay, this is the area we're gonna watch. Right here. Keep your eyes there, and I'll stop once we get a little clearer image of the baby. Okay, here she is. Here's the little one. And again, her mom is right behind her. So keep your eyes on her eyes, or you'll miss it. Okay, here we go. Did you see it? It's tricky. It is very tricky. Let's watch that again. Okay, here she is, right here. Don't take your eyes off her. Don't take your eyes off her. Okay, here we go. That's amazing. It's just wonderful. Okay, so we're going to bring up still image 1. This will be still image 1. And, all right, I think you can probably see her there already. we'll zoom in, and I'm just going to use a color here just to give you an idea what we're looking at here. So here is the little one. This is the baby. And of course we have her two pretty little glowing eyes there and there. My mom, who I miss very, very much. For those that are new here, I lost my mom just over a year ago. And then my sister, the one who was my squatching partner. I just lost her in November. But both of them, and they both lived here with me on the property. They lived a little bit north of me in their own house, and I live in my house south of in the yard, right? We all were here together. But when they first seen this and I showed them the video, they wanted me to call her Little Porcupine in Cree, Kagwa, because of her hair. Her hair is just sticking up all over. So we called this little one Kagwa, porcupine, little porcupine. This is the baby right there. And her mom, this is kind of tricky, right? Because we got her mom is here, and I believe this is her mom's shoulder here. And if I zoom in, we're looking at her nose right here, right? Her nose, possibly her mouth, and I see her eye right here. Look over here in this area where over here. I think this is one of the males, because I see the nose and a mouth. This is a nose, and his eyes are kind of hidden behind the leaves. So this is what I see. I see the baby here, the mom behind her, and this may be a male up in here, one of the males. We're going to use the diffuse glow filter on this and see what that gives us. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit because we can. I'm going to zoom in on the baby and the mom. Let's do the mom, because I want to see if I'm sure that's the side of her nose. Her eye would be here and a bit of her mouth right here. But we'll bring in the diffuse glow. Lighten that up. We'll bring in the glow. And then we will sharpen it up some. Okay. There we go. We'll zoom in. Bring that in a little bit, maybe not so much. Okay, so we are, man, those little baby's eyes, right? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna highlight them here in blue down there, and that is, I do see the nose, right? That's her nose right here, and her mouth, and her eye. And this would be the top of her head here, her nape of her neck, and her shoulder. And her shoulder. And this does look up here. This does look like that nose is so almost it's very obvious. So that would be a nostril. This would be one. And the mouth, bottom lip, upper lip, bottom lip, upper lip. We just don't see, well, maybe you could see a little bit of the eye here, right? Whoa. All right, okay, well, we'll just get rid of all the blue. Okay, so here is image 2, and this one, the mom, what I thought was the mother, what I think is the nose and all that. It's more prevalent in this image. This would be still image 2, and we will zoom in on this a little bit, right? This is very Good. Okay. So we're looking at the male up in here. One of the males. If you could see his nose here, his mouth. The mom. She's here. Once I do this, you're going to see her face much better in this still image. Of course, we have the little baby here. Little blinking baby. And I know they were there. I know that I didn't know I had captured them, right? But I knew they were in the trees there because of all the knocking and vocals and movement that I was hearing while I was there. If you guys haven't seen the video, that would have been 2021, and it is on the east side. I did a few visits on the east side, Seven Creeks. I haven't been able to go back there because every time I've went, there's a cattle lease back in there, and the 3 times this last summer that I tried to go there, they had already moved these cows back in there. So I was hearing lots of cows. And it would have been so difficult to differentiate. I don't even know if the Bigfoot would be there with the cows there, right? And no, they never have any cows missing. The Bigfoot leave the cattle alone. The only time they've had anything happen with the cattle is from wolves. There are a lot of wolves down in there because we're not far from the river there. It's the same river that I take you to, but it's a little bit further south of where I go to Seven Creeks. But that lease runs along that same river, mind you, 30 miles apart from where I take you to where the lease is, but it's along that same river, right? But there are a lot of wolves. If you all recall, the last time I visited Seven Creeks, I come onto those great big wolf tracks. And that's where the cattle lease is, in that area, and that's why you see the fences and the fence lines when I'm there. And there's no people live in the area. I haven't heard any stories of them, of the cattlemen, the people who, I think there's about 7 or 8 ranchers that lease that land for their cattle. This is where all this took place, and I knew they were back in the trees because I was hearing the vocals and I was seeing movement, and I heard the wood knock. Here they are, and I don't know how many are there. At this point, from what I'm able to capture from the videos and the still images, there's 4 here that I am pretty sure there are 4 where I was filming. You know, I'm not sure how many belong to that Seven Creeks clan. There could be quite a few of them, but I don't know. So far, what I've been able to capture, I'm thinking 5 or 6 that belong to the clan, to that Seven Creeks clan, but I could be wrong. There could be more. There could be a lot more. I don't know. I'm going to zoom in on the little one here and just point her out once again. There we go. And you can kind of see her nose. Huh. Right? I could see her nose here. Here and here. Huh. Sorry, I didn't see that before. Okay. We're going to go up to the mom here, and in this image, it's almost like there's no mistaking she's there, right? Her nose is here. I could see her nose, her mouth, and her eye, and you can see the brow ridges here, which amazes me. Part of her, that would be her right side over here, part of it. And then I want to go up to that male, which I believe is one of the males. And there too, you could see, again, we can see his mouth here, and his nose. Oh, I'm trying to draw here, okay. His nose, and a little bit of his eye maybe, right there. I'm not sure. Okay, go again with the diffuse glow filter. Bring that up. I'm going to zoom in on the mom so you can really see her there. We'll bring in the filter, the diffuse glow, and get rid of the blurriness there, sharpen it up some. That's amazing. Okay, let's zoom in there. All right, I think at this point I don't have to point it out anymore where they are here. You can see the little one down there, and the mom, and the male. I'm pretty, he come up really good, pretty good with that diffused glow. Wow, okay. All right, we'll go on to still image 3. And I see something in that, it stood out right away. I don't know if you can see this yet, but it just stuck out like a sore thumb. And it was like, bingo, right? I think, but you guys can let me know what you think, but it's kind of obvious. Okay, so, and the mom, the mother behind the baby, in this still image, she's there. You can see her so very good in this image. So I'm going to go to the top here. I want to show you something. I'm going to zoom in on something. Do you see it yet? Look over. I'm going to circle something here for you. Do you see this? Can you see it? Oh, yes. That stood out like a sore thumb. It's an eye. It is an eye. I'm going to zoom in. Right? That's an eye. Very good. Very good. Okay. We just found the fourth one, right? It is one. Okay. So this will be the last still image that I talk with you, that I share with you and talk with you about, and then we'll go right into the video. And then I will put all the still images up at the end for you all. So again, we have the little baby here. Here she is. Her eyes there, her little head right here. Now look at the mom, right? So her head's here. Her shoulder. Her nose is here. Right? Her brow ridges. You can see both of them. Eye. And her mouth. Okay, just keep your eyes there as I take that blue away. You'll see her. Right? Right? And then up here, that male is still there. He's in a different position almost, looks like. I still see that bottom lip. Upper lip. Nose kind of at an angle now. Somehow. And a bit of his eye here. His other eye would be behind the leaf, I guess. Oh my goodness. And of course we look over here and we got the eye over here. Good stuff. This is good stuff. Okay, and I'm going to zoom out and we'll use the one more time with the diffuse glow filter. And I'm going to bring it onto that eye. We'll zoom in on the eye. See what, that's crazy, right? All right, let's do this. See what we get. Okay. Definitely brought the eye out, right? And look what it did with the mom and the baby. Look at her, right? There's her nose. Brow ridges. Mouth. And I can see her eye. That diffuse brought her eye out. Really nice. Of course, the little baby, man, that baby's eyes, they're like glow. They glow. That's interesting. And we got the upper lip on the male up here. Nose. You can kind of see a nostril there. I'm guessing. And an eye. The other eye would be here. Right? Okay. There you go. There you go. This is what, this was, oh my goodness. And I think in the video, I think in the video I even said the whole clan showed up, or the whole family, right? And this is a part of that day. This was a part of that visit to Seven Creeks. And and it's just been that clan has been amazing. That's amazing, right? This is amazing. So we'll close this up. I'll leave that there. I just wanted to share this with you. And like I said, while we're waiting for my weather to turn around and straighten up and smarten up, it's just been it's been crazy. It's the time of year though, we're getting close to spring, so you get all kinds of strange weather. You know, within a few days it could be in the pluses. But as soon as it does, I'm off on a road trip. If there's anybody new on board, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on board and coming with me on this Bigfoot journey. As I've said many times, I'm in the back seat, they're in the driver's seat, and I'm going along for the ride, and you guys are coming along with me. So, all right, take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the trees. Bye for now.